Hey, what's up? It's me. This is my channel. Subscribe if you like. Also like and share my stuff if you want to, and follow me on all my social media if you want to. It should be linked in the description. This video is just going to be a quick story time of how I went to Atlanta and how much of a crap show it was in like 2009. So, to begin, me and my family in 2009 planned on going to Atlanta, Georgia to see a Atlanta Braves game and Atlanta Braves game. Goodness me, I can't talk. And I feel like I'm whispering, but I have family here, and if they see me recording, that would be so embarrassing. So that ain't gonna happen. Anyways, yeah. So to begin, we took off to Atlanta. Normal road trip. It was maybe like 4 hours and whatnot. Traffic heavy, because if you haven't been to Atlanta, you just don't know, because the traffic there is just awful. Like, oh my gosh, terrible. But we were staying up there one night to see an Atlanta Braves game. And I don't remember the name of the hotel we were staying at. I think it started with an R. It was like downtown. It was right across the street from the Varsity, if anybody knows where that is. And overall, the trip, I actually had a lot of fun, but there were a lot of sketchy things that happened, so that's what I'm gonna tell you what happened. Okay, so the first thing that really happened that was really odd for us is whenever we were first leaving the hotel to go to the game, we just decided to walk to the subway to get there because we've never been on a subway and it just seemed like a cool idea, okay? So we step out of the building, start walking towards the subway, and literally maybe halfway to the subway, there's at least 40 to 50 homeless people there. And I have no problem with homeless people, like, no big deal. But when we were walking through there, one of them like walked up to us, actually talked to my dad. He put his arm on my dad's shoulder and he was like, I don't know if I'm remembering this word for word. He was like, hey honey, you need some help or something? And it was like, don't know you, don't touch me, don't talk to me. He didn't say that, but if that was me in that situation, that's what I would have said. Anyways, so that happened, and that was a little weird, and a little and we didn't want to do that again, so we're definitely not walking back there that night. So we get to the subway, and I thought it was pretty awesome because, you know, I've never seen a subway before, and because I'm like from a small town, and that was kind of like mind-blowing. And when we got there, this man approached us and he was like, do you guys need some tickets for the subway? And I mean, we're from a small town, but we're not stupid. Like, we know you gotta go like buy tickets from like a machine to get on the train or subway. And we were like, no thank you. And he was like offering to like take us behind this elevator that was like either being constructed or redone. And we were like, no thanks, we're good. So we just kept walking, and we went down these stairs, and there was this police lady there, and she was like, hold up, did this man just talk to you? She showed us a picture, and it was that man, and we were like, yeah. And she was like, this man has been trying to scam people all day, trying to get people fake tickets and stuff like that. And my thought process was, why was he trying to take us behind that elevator? Like, that seemed a little odd to me. Was he gonna like mug us or something? Or like, what was the deal? I didn't know. It was pretty insane. But anyways, we get on the subway. We get stared at because we're like, I don't know, we just look odd there. And we just get on the subway, ride the subway. It was honestly kind of cool. I loved it. We went by so quick. I don't know, it's like, whoa, oh, crazy technology. Anyways, so we get to the ball game and everything's good and whatnot, and we just watch the game and all that fun stuff, and it was pretty cool. I think that was my first professional baseball game that I've ever been to, and it was pretty freaking awesome. There was so many people, just the environment, and the people there were super nice and cool. By the way, ballpark food, if you have never been to a ballpark, is the best food ever. It's like so bad for you, but it tastes so good. Oh my gosh, it's good. Anywho, after that, we decided to take a taxi home instead of like, not home, back to the hotel, instead of walking because of what happened the first time. It was nighttime, so like, duh, that didn't seem like a good idea. So we decided to get in a taxi. This man, the first thing we noticed in this old, smelly minivan, clearly did not know much English. But we just went with it anyways because you know what, it's not a big deal. As long as we get from point A to point B safely, we're good. We're good. Well, he starts to drive us, and we noticed that we didn't recognize any of the places that we were driving by to get to our hotel, because our hotel was maybe 5 minutes away from the field. It wasn't that far. So we were a little bit sketched out, and we ended up taking about 15 to 20 minutes to get back to our hotel, and we just took back road after back road after back road, and we were starting to get a little bit worried. And we finally got to our hotel, and it turned out that he was just running our time longer so he can get more money from us, which is not cool at all. It was super sketchy. I wish I could remember what happened when we got to the hotel. I know there was some confrontation, but I can't remember exactly what happened, and I'm not gonna make it up. So, but it was not pleasant. And then once we got out of the minivan and we started walking back into the hotel, this to me was the worst part of the entire experience. We walk in, and they had these big TV monitors everywhere, and the first thing we see is Michael Jackson. And it showed him coming out of an ambulance and stuff like that, and we were just like, what's happening? Did he get in a wreck or something? No, he died. It was so tragic. I was like, ugh. It was so sad. That was the cherry on top of it all. It was very sad. And then we only stayed there one night, so this all happened within a day. Anyways, so we stayed the night. The hotel and stuff was super nice, and the only bad part about the hotel is where it was downtown, so you could hear sirens and stuff going the whole time, and I was just not used to that. I can't sleep to that. I need dead silence. So that was kind of a problem. But other than that, it was completely fine. No big deal. So the next day, we go to leave. Everything's honky-dory, good to go. And then maybe right outside the Atlanta city limits and stuff, our car literally has black smoke coming out of the back, and it was awful. We had to go to some random Walmart and have to get our oil changed. I don't know what they did. I don't know. I'm not an auto mechanic. They had to fix that. It was awful. So we had to stay there for at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half, which, I mean, that wasn't that bad for me because I was just a kid, not a huge deal. I get to stay in this cool new place, but it was kind of stressful for my parents, I'm sure. That was about all the bad stuff that happened, because after that part, everything was normal. We just came home. No big deal. Nothing. So, yeah, that's how my first experience was staying in Atlanta, Georgia. And I feel like telling this, by the way, because I actually went back to Atlanta yesterday. And it was a lovely city. I can't say anything bad about it, but it was pretty sketchy for the first time. Okay, well, that is my story. If you want more stories, I would gladly tell you more. Just let me know. Also, since I'm about to hit 1,000 subscribers soon, go ahead and start dropping questions and stuff, because I think when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I will do a Q&A. So, yeah, go ahead and get started on that. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. And yeah, adios.